Hello everyone, I am Tacet and welcome to the Gems of War World Lore Event, Week 3, Day 7. So today, of course, we still got Vault Events. I do want to go and do a decent amount more grinding on that. We still have 6 hours and 27 minutes, which means we could grind for 6 hours and 27 minutes. Obviously, we won't be doing it for that long. Definitely at minimum want to reach base level 80. We are currently only one hero class away from having every single hero class in the game to level 80, with the only exception currently being the Slayer hero class as we go through. And then we'll have 7 of them that we need to go, and there's Slayer, right? Where'd it go? We just passed it. There it is. But it's the only one that we haven't upgraded yet to 80 plus, and then we'll start working on the other 7 to 100. Because there's 7 total hero classes that haven't gotten to 100 yet. But from 80 to 100 isn't too long at all. If I'm not mistaken, that's I think it comes out to about 10 hours per hero class. So, yeah, it's not that long at all for every single one, therefore. And quite a few of them are actually already beyond 80. I think one of them is as high as like 88 or something, which might actually be the one that we go for next. Yeah, Doomsayer is actually at 88. One of them is at 85, so we're getting there. Getting very close. But, of course, today we're going to be doing Slayer and making 100% that is level 80 by the end of the stream. Let's see, do we have any pet active right now? No, we did not. But anyways, let's get into spoilers for the upcoming week. So we do have some things happening next week. It's a pretty team week, though, for the most part. The really big week is the week after next week, where we're going to be getting pretty much like everything at once. It tends to like happen sometimes, where we get like a rather team week and then a huge amount. Oh, sorry, not next week. 3 weeks from now. Not this Monday, not next Monday, but the week after that, like 15 days from now, is the really, really big Monday coming up. But this one's a little bit towards the smaller side. Actually, I haven't even set up the thingy for it. Let me go do that right now. Let's see. Let's go over to Gems of War. Why is it not typing? Go. Gems of War. Just look at this little guy, and then we'll go over to the weekly events, which there is not that many of. While that's loading, we can just go to here as well. Should be typed in correctly. Okay, so things. Forum. Let's head over to that juicy spoilers. The hills are alive. And it looks like we got ourselves a Stormheim, which we actually already knew earlier. As far as a troop, it gets to deal damage to an enemy. If there are undead, deal double damage. And there's a 50% chance to devour them. So this is very similar to many of the other 12 mana cost giants in the game, where basically hard counters a certain type. Undead is a very, very underused type, though. And this thing doesn't have fast or anything like that. However, you can do that off of Titan. It's from the same kingdom as well. So it might have a little bit of synergy there. However, I really don't feel like this is going to come out much. It's basically just an undead counter. When do you really need an undead counter that is that specifically an undead counter? I guess it could come up into the future, but as it currently stands, I feel like he will have almost no purpose. Very heavy undead teams are almost never really used in the current state of the game, or ever, for that matter. As far as weekly events this week, we do not have many. Main reason being we don't actually have a weekend event, because this is normally when the class event would be, this weekend. However, well, we're not getting any new classes, so, yeah, we don't have a class event for this weekend. So, instead, on Saturday, we're just getting a pet. We're getting the Little Freedom. Little Freedom is the 2018 4th of July pet for the Independence Day of America. But yeah, we're getting that again tomorrow. I mean, Saturday. So if you haven't gotten this from 2018, actually, it was one of the first exclusive pets ever added. But if you didn't get that from ages ago, you'll be able to on this Saturday. And if you already did, you'll be able to get more copies of it. But other than that, we really don't have much going on. Obviously, we have Vault Event finishing up right now, which is where we are right now. Then we have some Tower of Doom for the color of... Oh, gosh, I already forgot the color now. Hold up. I'll confirm that in a second. Actually, Doom of Ice, duh, it's blue. Never mind. I was going to go double check on the other screen. It's obviously blue. It's Doom of Ice. So, yeah, it'll be a blue one. On the Tuesday, we're going to be having Faction for Primal Rift. For Wednesday, we're going to be having this... wasn't this a new one? Oh, no. It was just a giant bonus one, which is relatively new. It came out a couple months ago, if I'm not mistaken. I know for sure I don't have it maxed yet, so at least we'll be able to get more copies of it. And then on Thursday, we have the almighty Titan hero class, arguably the best hero class in the entire game. So overall, pretty tame week. Nothing really too special going on. Most of the stuff is just repeated content that we've already had. Other than the new troop on Monday, we're actually not getting a single piece of new content next week. Because all of it's just repeat stuff. We're getting Tower of Doom for blue, although that it does technically bring in a new weapon. We're getting just an already existing faction just to go do. We're getting an already existing pet just to go upgrade more. Already existing class because, well, no more classes are coming into the game. And then already existing pet on Saturday. Those a already existing pet that a lot of people probably don't have, especially people who have started recently. But technically no new content beyond Monday, where we get a new weapon and a new troop, which both of which will not really be used. So rather team week overall. But yeah, I feel like the biggest week coming up in soon is definitely the first week of June. I think we have like 4 different noteworthy things happening in 1 week. So that'll be the really big week. I hate that it kind of gets divided a little bit sometimes, where we get those weeks where almost nothing's going on, and then we get those weeks where like everything is going on. And the first week in June is going to be one of those everything weeks. And this week's going to be probably one of the tamest weeks we've ever had, actually, as far as content. But anyways, let's go and start doing dailies and start getting our XP, start getting our gnomes. Still only at 4, unfortunately. I do wish we could bring that number higher. A little bit bad luck as of recently on the gnome drops, but hopefully we could change that a little bit. We'll see how it goes. Fortunately, that does not surge, so no full mana. Also, hello, everyone. Hope all of you have been doing well. Hello, Birdleaf. Hello, Stippleman. Hello, Cookie. Hello, Karsten. Hello, Army X-Tube. Hello, Gustavo. Hello, Captain. Hello, Scout. Hello, Corey. Hello, Dizin. Hello, Drock Savage. And hello, Marks Welrin. You would like to quit our guild? Oh, no. But we'll wait until you find a replacement. Your Mega QWERTY in-game? Sure. Actually, we did have one person who was interested for a while, who had been mean to get in. He's been on stream a couple times. But I'll go double check the rest as well. I don't think we had anyone else on our waiting list other than him, though, at the moment. So I'll double check it. Oh, you're trying to quit Gems of War. Well, good luck with other games, then. Let's see. We'll take that for now. Sure, Max Rowan. Well, I'll probably try to do it by, probably by like Tuesday or Wednesday of next week. I'm not sure of the exact day. Let's see. Get into this. Also, why is there... There we go. I have like a random hair on my mic. It was bothering me because I could see it the entire time. Let's see. We'll get that. I don't even have any hair, though, right now. Well, I guess I kind of do. It's starting to get slightly longer. Actually, my beard's almost getting longer than my top hair now. Thank you for encouraging my addiction. Oh no, I've been addicted to Animal Crossing, though I haven't played it like at all today. Today has been a resting day for me. And going into next week, we'll pretty much be back to normal schedule. And hopefully get the event video up at a really timely manner. Especially since there's not as much to go over. There is very, very little to go over for this one. I might even get it done and just stay up till 3 a.m. Though every single time I say that, it ends up not working out. But I think I'm going to stay up till 3 a.m. and just record it then. The second that the event switches over. Because unlike normally when you'd have to do a lot more content for it, there's really little to go over next week. Like an absurdly small amount of stuff to go over next week. It's arguably the least amount of content we've ever gotten in a weekly event. Okay, so that's out of the way. Oh, so that reminds me, I didn't check my offers yet today, did I? Oh, they're all useless. When are they not, though? When are they not? But, yeah, nothing good there, unfortunately. If that was a medal, we'd consider it. But it's just a single token. That's not what I wanted. The flashiness made me need to click it. Okay, let's just go clear out dungeons then. It is Diamond Day, so we do want to make sure we definitely go and do these. Volky farming until reset is what you heard. I might go for a couple hours. I'm definitely not all the way till reset. I can say that. But we'll go for a little bit. I'll definitely go for a little bit. You're up to 14 Volkies? Nice. Yeah, my goal is to reach like 6+ at this point. Ideally, try to get 2. Obviously, we'd want to try getting 6 right now. Already gaining that hero level. And don't forget to spend 50 gems for 80 diamonds. Always worth it. Especially because it comes with a Celestial and 2 gem keys. Even if it's just 80 diamonds, it would be worth it. But in combination, it's all very, very worth it. Okay, so next order of business. We did that. We did that. Oddly enough, I need to go check the thing, because I don't think we ever bothered claiming this, so let me go get that. We still get it even if I didn't. It would just go to next week rather than right now. And oh, we did it! We got the blue. Gosh, I feel like I'm really low in major blues. I think that's our 5th major blue right now. Pretty sure it's our 5th. I'll go double check. But look at that luck. Is that a good sign of how many Vault keys we're going to get today? Or did we waste all of our luck on getting a major blue orb? We'll find out. Very nice, though. What does that bring us to total for major blues? Hey, I was right. I guessed exactly correct. 5. Nice. There are 5 big blues and 8 small blues. Mostly because I use a small blue like almost every week. On something. Or at least every other week. But yep, we're getting there. To 2nd Zugaf. No, just kidding. We're never going to craft a 2nd Zugaf. Though there was rumor that they would add another Zugaf-like troop. If it would cost orbs or not, we don't know. But there was rumor that they might do something like that. Anyways, and by rumor, I mean they rumored it. Not just rumor in general, but them actually saying they might. Though it's pretty unlikely that they would. But not impossible that they would. What are the actual odds of major blue? It's about 15%. It might not seem like that, but I believe it's around 15% or so. Which means about every, what is that, 8 orbs? No, more like 7. About every 7 orbs or so is a blue. It does seem a bit lower than that, though. Actually, was it 1 in 10? I forget. Is it 10% or 15%? It might have actually been 10%. Because I think it was 35, 30, 15, 10. Never mind. It might be 10%. Because wasn't that the percents? What does that come out to? 25% into that? No, that only adds up to 90%. Hey, your blue orb rate is 0.000001. I'm not sure if anyone has data mined it recently. And the game doesn't tell you anywhere what the drop rate is for it. Which is kind of weird because like all the key drops and everything they actually do tell you. But for whatever reason orbs do not. Even though they're pretty much just like a key, but for a different resource. So I can find it amazing that I could still rest for that much and still be tired. Though I think that might have been from too much sleep than lack of sleep. I don't know why, this last week I've been very tired. I thought it was a little bit because of the medicine, because it's like one of those medicines that make you drowsy. But I've stopped taking the medicine for like 3 days now. Maybe it's just natural drowsiness. Let's see, we'll throw that down for now. Hello, Dan! Welcome. I definitely clicked on that. What are you doing? Come on, game. They did make mention that they might eventually do that. Make another Zugoff that is, you know, similarly strong as Zugoff that would cost about the same amount. Like 8 power orbs. It's pretty likely that they wouldn't. But they even mentioned it to themselves that they might. But I feel like they wouldn't do that. But you never know. You never know. It was a 5.0 patch, so almost anything could happen. Because unless they're doing another little mini patch, which I don't believe they are, next patch is 5.0. It'll be the first 0.0 patch in almost 2 years, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken, the previous 0.0 patch was in August of last year. Meaning, currently, it's actually the longest we've ever had before a 0.0 patch. There's never been a wider gap of time than between the 4.0 and 5.0, and 5.0 being next patch. That's slightly due to coronavirus, I'm pretty sure. But, yeah, it is the longest gap ever between a 0.0 patch. Nearly 2 years at this point. Just a little bit shy under it. Any idea what would be in the patch? Something that will be expanding out kingdoms. There's a really good chance kingdoms will go from 20 star to 30 star because we're getting so close to finally reaching that point. Another thing that is likely to have is another area, kind of like how we have Underworlds and the normal Crystar area. We are likely to get another area of the map that will be bringing in its own new game mode as well. And other than that, there's probably just going to be a bunch of rebalance and other various things along that sort. 5.0 might be monthly subscription to play. I highly doubt that. Ah, gosh, just bored. Just give us 1 mana. It's literally all we need. There we go. Yes, people will find something about next patch to complain about, I'm pretty sure. We just have to see what's in it. They haven't started the beta for it yet, though. Yeah, I still need to cover that video from last year as well. All the teams that became possible as of last year. Because we haven't really gotten anything meta shifting yet. However, the first thing that we're getting meta shifting all year this year is the 5.0 patch. So I 100% need to get that done soon. Because we don't know exactly when 5.0 is going to be around the corner. I haven't been covering as many guide videos lately. I need to. Definitely need to. The guide videos are so much more time consuming compared to pretty much any other piece of content, though. I do need to get around to them. Let's see, we'll throw that down for now. Also, ad revenue's down enough right now that I'd pretty much just be covering guide videos for the sake of covering guide videos. Because, gosh, is revenue drastically down right now due to coronavirus. It's probably going to be another year before revenue even comes back. Well, at least I have some means of work, rather than absolutely none. Guide videos in general tend to attract viewers. Like people who don't normally view the channel. Because not everyone just watches live streams, and even fewer would catch live streams after they've already been done. Well, the way that revenue generally works when it comes to advertising on YouTube is there's basically an invisible bid war for every single ad space that ever occurs on YouTube. And basically, there are less companies spending money on ads right now, which is causing these automatic algorithm bots to have less competition with each other. And since there's less money in the ecosystem, trying to even get ads, you might see the same amount of ads, but each ad is worth a lot less to the, the person making the videos and everything. Because there's less advertisers competing for the ad space, which means less payout. So it might still be the same exact amount of ads, but every single ad pays out a lot less. This would change once more people are obviously advertising again, as there would be more competition for the ad space. And YouTube always takes the same cut. I believe YouTube takes 45% of all ads, if I'm not mistaken. And then the contributor gets 55% of the ad revenue. And that's how YouTube's breakdown has pretty much always been. So unless they change that percent, revenue would go back up after coronavirus. You got 32 Volkies? Gosh. That's a lot of grinding. The number of people watching the ads is actually not what ended up making it go down, though. Do I make a good living off of YouTube? I make a okay amount. It's definitely not enough to live off of, especially now that it's even lower. But it makes an okay amount. It's less than minimum wage, though. Before it is, it's decent. Let's see. Take that, we'll take that. Yeah, we'll throw that down. Come on, gnomes. We know you're out there. Give us your good loot. Want a little bit of a dry streak. That's hello, John. YouTube has passed its golden age, is only going to get worse. Pretty much. However, I hate Twitch more than YouTube, so I'm sticking with YouTube personally. I don't really care a lot for either platform, though. But if I had to choose between one or the other, I would say YouTube's the better choice. I'm in Myrtle Beach. Minimum wage is $7.25 an hour. Technically less because there's a lot of wage theft in this area. But it's the lowest federal minimum wage, which is $7.25 an hour. And most jobs here are around that much or less illegally. Are the beaches open in my area? I actually do not know. I believe the answer is actually yes. Well, I'm not sure if they're, like, open, but, like, you won't get arrested if you go on the beaches right now. I'm not sure if they're like officially open, but like if a cop sees you on the beach, they're not gonna like arrest you or something. So theoretically, they're open. Yeah, minimum wage is very, very low by me, where I currently live. The taxes are also low. Like, if I was still in New Jersey, I'd likely be doing other means of work. But around here, wages are just so low that online work is normally better. Because in New Jersey is where I did a lot of my flea market and everything like that. Also because the area was pretty decent for it. There's a lot of locations nearby that were easy to get a lot of cheap stuff for. There's a lot of like affluent neighborhoods that had a lot of money that would just like get rid of stuff, like pretty decent stuff for almost free. And then you could sell it to other areas for decent money. And other similar factors that made it a really, really good location for doing things like flea marketing. Yeah, my area is tied at the lowest minimum wage in the country that it can legally go down to. Though they still find illegal ways to try to get you even less. What do we take here? Look at that for now. Yeah, you can make a lot of money in the city. Especially if you can find cheap or nearly free housing while in the city. Because I essentially had free housing while I was in New Jersey. I was at a combination of my grandma's house and actually that was pretty much it. Because my dad's house is my grandma's house. I was gonna say both of them, but even though he owns multiple houses, I actually, when I went back, I only did ever stay at his grandma's house. So yeah, I had free housing while I was down there, so I didn't have to worry about like the higher expenses that New Jersey has. It's not exactly city, but it's really close to city. Like it's only like an hour or two from New York, and it still has really decent pay around the area. I forget what minimum wage was, but most jobs were at least like $10 an hour, if not more. Not sure what the actual minimum wage was though. Though I never did do any traditional work while I was in New Jersey. Mostly just flea marketing. A little bit of eBay, stuff like that. No, I've never worked in Walmart. I've never worked for any big name company. I have never worked for any chain, ever. I worked for a smaller green energy company at one point, which ended up going bankrupt at some point, just due to bad organization at the top. But I worked for them while at the later parts of my high school years. I've done like a really small family-owned restaurant. Worked at that, just kind of cleaning tables, doing dishes, you know, the kind of normal stuff that you would do for like a really low-end job. And that was also in high school. And was that pretty much it? Or was that? I feel like there's one other one that I'm forgetting right now. But yeah, and then other than that, I just did a combination of flea marketing eBay throughout college. And then I started doing YouTube, and then I just kept doing YouTube. That's where we're at now. Oh yeah, Streamlabs. Thank you, Captain, for the $10 donation. Greatly appreciated. Treasure for the Dragon. Thank you for that, Captain. Yeah, I have no clue what's up with my alerts lately. It still brings up the notification for me, but it doesn't bring up the notification on stream. With how I had the thing, I actually had it blocked, so I couldn't even see it either. But thank you for that. It's greatly appreciated, Captain, for the $10 donation. Helps out a lot. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, it did go through. I did see it. It didn't show up on screen. That's another thing I need to go fix soon. I've been meaning to switch over to a different encoder and a different alert system. That's like a day-long project, but I do need to get around to that very soon. Very, very soon. A mythic troop appeared during the 4 battles before the mini-boss on Explore. You were at Silverglade, and Guard's Avatar showed up during the battle. Was it summoned off of something? I'm trying to think if Silverglade has like a night summon or something. Might have just been summoned off of something you didn't notice. Guard's Avatar shouldn't appear there, though. Yeah, I really do need to go fix it. It wouldn't even take that long to go do. My main concern with fixing it, though, is I need to go give all my personal info again to the other thing. And I still need to go find where some of that is. It's like buried in all my document stacks I have here. Really need to organize that a bit as well. I have it somewhat organized in like a safe and a few other locations, but I do need to go find that. Just so it goes through all my banking correctly. And I need some other info for it. Just to authenticate identity. Yeah, Elspeth might have summoned it then. Elspeth hitting on one of your troops instantly would empower, and then it becomes Guard's Avatar. You just might not have noticed because the game moves so quick. On 4x speed right at the beginning. How we need an orb gnome. That would be very amazing, though also something they would likely never do. Yeah, we're getting pretty bad luck right now. Gnomes don't want to be nice to us tonight. Yeah, we're still at 194. Hasn't moved. That's already dead. Good. That one's dead as well, and then it goes. Actually, I just thought of something. Instead of setting it up through a notification system, I'm pretty sure that other notification system could do it through PayPal. Though I'm not sure if PayPal just accepts credit cards, does it though? Because that's one of the reasons why I went with the other one, because it does actually accept credit cards. And theoretically even supports Bitcoins and other stuff, though I didn't set it up for that. But does PayPal actually accept credit cards from people who don't have a PayPal account? I don't remember. Because one of the main reasons I use the other donation was because a lot of people don't have a PayPal, and they accepted things other than PayPal. I actually do not recall if a PayPal link would work for if you don't have PayPal. I have PayPal, obviously, but, you know, some people don't have it set up. Let's see. Take that over. Because that would be a lot more convenient. What was your question, Supplement? I didn't even see. Let's see. Only 4 Valkies. How many for 200? 6 more. We need 10 total. I just showed it on screen like seconds ago. Oh, did the stream go down for a second? Oh no. It's been doing that a lot lately. Oh, another level. That should be a 79, right? Yep, one more level. How we need to stream until we have 6 more Volkies. We could stream the entire time and still get unlucky enough to get not 6 Volkies. All the way till the end of the event. Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to set up. Because the other, actually both of them, if I'm not mistaken, though I know for sure the other one, does have a way to make it so whenever you get a PayPal donation, it still shows up a normal notification, even though it's not through their own donation system. Though it would have to cash out to my PayPal, though, if I do it that way, rather than to my bank. Because the way I have it set up right now, anyone who pays with credit card, it actually gets sent directly to my bank, to my savings, rather than to my PayPal. Though it's not too big a deal. You can still move your PayPal to your bank for no charge. Because how it's currently set up, all the credit card donations go to my savings, and all the PayPal donations go to my PayPal. But if I set up the PayPal thing, all my PayPal will go to my PayPal. Or, you know, both of them will go to my PayPal, I mean. You kind of wish you could get 2 treasure maps from a cascade. Yeah, you could get some really big cascades sometimes. I still wish there was original gem that they used to have. Way back in the day, before treasure maps even existed, which was only for like a couple months or so, you would get 1 gem whenever you got a 7 times cascade, rather than 1 treasure map. Which, theoretically, is worth more to people who have so many treasure maps that they have no clue what to do with them. 1 gem would oddly enough be better. When they first came out, obviously that 1 treasure map was better than getting 1 gem. However, in the current state of the game, getting 1 gem is actually better than getting 1 treasure map. Oddly enough. It's actually still a leftover mechanic that you can see. Whenever your defend battle ends up getting a 7 times cascade, you will get 1 gem rather than 1 treasure map. That leftover mechanic is still there from about 5 years ago. But it doesn't occur when you do it in a battle. In a battle, it gives you a map instead. I have no clue what you're asking, Sippleman. Yeah, I had a lot of thunderstorm earlier this week. Actually, electricity even went out the other week. Forgot what day that was. Also, my server provider has been pretty bad lately with the internet. They keep doing maintenance at like the exact same time like the last few days. It's really annoying. It's like right around midnight. Curious if it'll do it again tonight. Let's see. What is my provider actually? I believe it's Spectrum. Gosh, I actually completely forget now. I know like exactly where their place is. Yeah, I actually forget their name. I haven't needed to go there for a while. Because I haven't had a need to. I'm not sure why she didn't do a Wednesday stream. Also, I don't even think I call her Monday stream. A lot of her streams lately haven't been having any juicy spoilers. But we probably will soon, given that 5.0 is slowly approaching. She pulled the Tacet and overslept. Yeah, I'm not sure how I was able to get so much sleep today. Because I basically slept throughout the night, then woke up, did a few things, and then it's like, I'm gonna go take a nap. And then I woke up and it's like, oh, it's 7 p.m. So I basically slept twice. Not sure how that happened. Yeah, I still feel tired. It's really weird. Oh, 12 epics. I don't need those anymore, though. Well, she didn't have a lot of codes. Luckily, I have enough for the rest of the month for sure. For like a month and a half at this point. Yeah, the weather's been all over the place lately. Isn't there like a tropical storm or something coming through United States right now? Though my area always has like flash lightning storms and stuff like that. Where it'll go from like almost completely sunny to just randomly cloudy with thunderstorms. It's really strange. I think it might be because we're so close to the beach. That kind of moves the clouds quickly or something. I'm not sure. And then they get a lot of water in them. But it can downpour out of nowhere near me. As well as get a thunderstorm like randomly out of nowhere. Even if it seems like a perfectly sunny day. And it's normally really short when it happens like that. I saw something really quick earlier that there's like a hurricane coming through, but it's like a really, really, really small one. It's more like a little tropical storm, kind of. Yeah, this September is going to be horrible. Not only are we going to have possibly coronavirus picking back up, but then we're also going to have hurricanes. What an awful combination. Still not sure what I'm doing this hurricane season. Ideally, I just wanted to completely leave this area. But if coronavirus is still going on, I can't really leave this area. Or, you know, not to a degree of, like, flying somewheres and all that. because given the expenses of a potential hotel and everything like that, and having to move so quickly, it's almost cheaper just to fly out to some friends somewheres. Though I'm not sure what the state of coronavirus would be by hurricane season, because that's coming around the corner. It's like a little over 3 months away. And like almost every single year now, we've been needing to evacuate. That's actually when Deeds ended up coming out. I remember. Deeds came out around that time. Yeah, we're still only at 4 Volkies. We haven't gotten a single one off stream. Let's see. What was Army X2 mentioning? Let me double check. Salty, let's see. Salty disrespected a number of players who brought attention to the error of 1.8 versus 1.2 drop rate in the event. No surprise she felt guilty and canceled Wednesday stream due to illness. Wait, what was the error with the 1.8 to 1.2 thing? Do you mean the amount of strength on the metal? I'm not sure what the multiplier is referring to. If you're referring to the metal, I felt like the metal was already overpowered at what it was at. Even if the number was displaying wrong. Whatever it was extremely high number. She went off on you for doing it on Monday night. Yeah, she goes off on a lot of people for really weird reasons. She did it really badly to Vangor a few weeks ago as well, because he actually got banned in game at one point, and he was like trying to get it like fixed and everything, and she was being kind of mean to him. What do I even take here? Vangor is pretty chill. He's not on my stream right now, but he comes around here and there. He quit the game for a while after getting banned from chat. He came back at some point, though I wouldn't be surprised if he left after how Salty treated him. Hasn't been around here for a while. Unless he's lurking. Though he normally makes a big announcement whenever he's here. Let's see. There's supposedly a 1.2 to 1.8 multiplier for eyes. Wait, we had potential outs. That was a 1.8 supposedly. There's supposedly a 1.2 to 1.8 multiplier for eyes. But when you keep getting 20, the minimum. Wait, do you mean for factions? As far as the reward payout? I'm confused now. What is this? What was this multiplier for? Let's see. I'm confused. I don't recall anything with that event. Oh, do you mean the range of the amount of eyes that you get? Oh, okay, I see. I see what you mean by eyes. Yeah, I forgot. That was the currency for this event. I completely forgot for the World Lore event. But yeah, there's a certain range. Yes, I get it. I was wondering what you meant by eyes, because it was like wait, the faction or the thing? I forgot. The currency that you get for the World Lore event is eyes, and literally only this World Lore event. Sorry, my bad. I covered it so late, I almost forgot it even is the thingy for it. But yeah, it's supposed to have a certain range. So was basically the consensus that it kept giving at the lower range then, essentially, rather than the higher range? Okay, I see. I see. So it was just giving the lower range the entire time. I see. Now it makes sense to me what you guys were saying. I was like, okay. It just really threw me off for a second, because when I heard eyes, it's like, oh, all seeing eyes. But no, it's the eyes specifically from the currency of the World Lore event for the week. I wasn't keeping track of what I was getting every single time. That would explain why it took a little bit longer this week. other than my guild just being a little bit less active. But that might have been why, because we weren't getting as many points for the Accelerator Battle. Hey, we can go do a few real quick just to see what we get. See if we get a 20. The one data point obviously isn't really saying much. But, let me go check real quick. I already completed out the event, but, we can still go poke at it. Shouldn't take too many battles. I'm looking for? I'm looking for guild. I'm looking for depths. I'm looking for fight. And let's just take a bunch of easy fights. Oops, I need... Oh, no, I didn't mean to set my... No! I didn't mean to confirm it. I was trying to X out. Why on earth would the cancel button make it so you do a battle? That doesn't make any sense at all. Okay, now I'm fighting without the medals. And with armor, which doesn't even help us. We should be fine, though. Worst comes to worst, we could solo it with life and death. So now we're having to play with no medal bonus. Which honestly shouldn't be that big a deal. We just won't overkill now. Let's see. I need full mana on that, so we can go Weaver. Don't kill it, don't kill it, don't kill it. I need that Weaver. Oh, we should be fine now. As long as he doesn't take a skull right here, I think we won. I should have just done Weaver first. Okay, so we throw a Weaver there. And then one more true damage kills. And A's dead. Yeah, if you cancel out of that screen, it makes it so you do the battle. Doesn't make any sense. Canceling out of that screen should make it so you just go back to that screen. But instead, it makes you go into the battle. Anyways, where were we? Games? Not games. Guild. Where's the Accelerator? Oh gosh, we got all the really heavy ones. I almost feel like I should switch to well, definitely gonna switch hero up. Let's switch to a tankier hero class. Okay, first things first, it's life and death. Then we can Weaver. And we life and death again. Then Weaver again. Look at that HP value. Because we actually steal based on how much damage we do. And since we do so much damage, it just gains absurd amount of life. Oh, here we go. Accelerator Battle. So is it going to give us 20? Of course, this is only one data point. But will it give us 20? Oops, we already killed. Hey, what do we get? Yeah, we only got 20. I never noticed that. It might have been given 20 the entire week and only 20. Even though it has a range of like 20 to 60. Interesting. Yeah, I didn't notice that throughout the entire week. That would explain why it took a little bit longer. Because they scaled the scoring based on the giving 20 to 60. But it might have just been giving 20 the entire time. So this entire week, they didn't end up fixing that then? That's pretty bad. Clicking escape on the screen is the same as confirm. That's pretty funny. That doesn't make any logical sense. Aussie logic. Yes, the cancel button means confirm. I'm pretty sure I've gotten it at some point more than 20. Maybe they just made it weighted differently. So even though it's 20 to 60, maybe they made the chance of getting 20 like 80%. And then getting higher ones just like really low percent. I haven't been keeping track of what we got every single time throughout the week. I just assumed it was working correctly. Didn't pay much attention to it. But it could have been that they had a couple different drop values like 20, 40, 60. And you just weighted it as something like 80% for 20, 10% for 40, and 10% for 60 or something. Well, Hydras were supposed to give less points. But it did have a range. All 4 of them had a range. As far as what they would end up hitting. As far as value. Not a single one should have had a static number. Yeah, all 3 of them had a range. I forget what the range was for the smaller ones, but yeah, the biggest one was 20 to 60. They all had a range of the exact same drop. Taha. Yeah, it seems like that's most likely what they did, ultimately. Even though it didn't specify it on the thing. They likely had the lowest drop at a really high % chance. And then had like 1 or 2 other drops in between. Both of which were at a really low chance. So it seemed like you would almost never get anything but the lowest. But you occasionally would. Grand Theft Auto 5. Never been a fan of shooter games, though I have played some of the Grand Theft Autos when I was a kid with friends. It's actually free to keep, really. I've never actually even downloaded the Epic Store because there's not a single game I'd really want on it. Because the only really big game on Epic is, what, Fortnite? And I would never want to play Fortnite. But I should probably download it then if it's free to keep afterwards. May as well. I don't know, maybe we'll do a Grand Theft Auto stream sometime this week. When is it until? Do you know the cutoff date? But I've never even downloaded the Epic Store. Because I've never had any need to. But if we get a free Grand Theft Auto 5 for forever, might as well. Let's see. Unfortunately, it's on Epic Game Store. Yeah, I've never downloaded the Epic Game Store. I'm pretty sure a quick Google search would find it instantly, though. It's until Thursday? Oh, we still have plenty of time, then. Okay, maybe we'll do a little stream of it on Tuesday or something. We'll see. Oh, it wouldn't take that long to download. Maybe I'll see if they have any good indie games on there that are exclusive. That they bought out the rights to. Because I know they've been buying out a lot of like smaller indie games to get on their platform that are currently only exclusive to Epic Store. Most of which I probably don't even know exist. Some people use Grand Theft Auto 5 to stream role-playing. What is even the premise of that game? I honestly don't know. Like, it has a main storyline. What exactly is it? Or doesn't it have one? I'm pretty sure it does. I never got into the Grand Theft Auto games, personally. Any shooting game in general, I never really got into. Like Grand Theft Auto 5 hide and seek. I know, we'll hand out a code soon. We'll probably do it once we hit level 80. And then we'll keep hunting for the vault keys. Your guild has triggered 56 pets this weekend? Gosh. Yeah, it tends to happen during most vault events. Though I don't think my guild has one active right now. But it's mostly because a lot less people are probably doing PvP. I know I personally don't too much. You just woke up from a nap? Nice. I did too earlier. You've had one every hour except for 2 to 4 a.m. Yeah, luckily I'm already stocked up for the next at least couple weeks as far as groceries. Actually, the freezer has been like almost impossible to close lately. It's because it's so packed. Just so we wouldn't have to constantly be going out. Luckily, aside from food shopping, I never need to go anywheres. And have no need to go anywheres. Because I'm already such an introvert that I could just, like, literally live in my house. I'm used to not needing to go out anywheres. Unless it's for required things. You put your Pepsi in your freezer to get it cold. Yeah, don't put them in for too long. Have I done Ring Fit Adventure after our 24-hour stream? I did it once. I need to do it more often, though. It's good exercise. Really good exercise. Did you keep a list of all the drops you end up getting? Yeah, that seems about right. What the % chance of getting each one is questionable. But those numbers seem about what they would be. It's kind of funny. One of my friends actually got a third dog while in quarantine, just to keep like something to do. So he got another dog. It's pretty funny. Let's see. What do we go for here? Go for that for now. Hey, got a 50 drop off his Accelerator. Nice. Oh, there we go. Code time. I said one to be at 80, and that is 80. Nice. It's still 0 Volkies, though. But we hit one of our other objectives, which was probably the only objective we're hitting this stream, because Volkies do not want to drop. But we finally hit base level 80 hero classes, We're one step closer to finally having all hero classes maxed. Very nice. Pick store didn't happen. Let's see. I don't know. Who do we go for next, I guess? Does Doomsayer have any important storm? Why is Doomsayer all the way at 88? Does it have a storm I was using or something at some point? I don't think it does. Pretty sure it doesn't. Why is Stormcaller? I mean, why is Doomsayer so high? I don't remember, but I think we'll do Doomsayer next, since it's the closest hero class we have to 100, just to have another 100, so we only need 6 more left. But anyways, let me go hand out code. I did say I would hand out a code once we hit level 80, base level 80, all hero classes. I'm just going to find where on earth that code is. I believe it was the one underneath this one, but let me just double check. I don't want to accidentally skip one. Oops, it would help if I actually put the code in. Oh yeah, that one doesn't work. Help if I click the paste button. That one does work. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, just wanted to make sure I didn't skip one. Here you go. Here's the redeem code used on gemsofwar.com with the redeem code section. Your invite code can be found in your settings menu. Redeem code's right over there in chat. And give Steam Reward as always 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. But there you guys go. Enjoy, everyone. Claim our nice little shiny loot. And go from there. Okay, so we did that. Let's go back to leveling, except change our hero class. And hopefully find some gnomes. So we'll go to here and change from Slayer to I guess Doomsayer then. Where'd it go? And we'll save Diabolist for our Phoenicia team. And now to slowly start working this to 100. Which actually shouldn't take too long. We got like what, 12 levels? That averages to about 94. What's 94 times 12? Divided by 180. Let's see, 94. Let's even just say 95 times 12 is 1,140. Divide that by 180. We'd have to do this for about 6.5 hours or so. 6.5, like 6 to 7, somewhere's in there. If we do that for about 6 to 7 hours with this hero class, we will be level 100 on it. And then the other ones average around 10 hours or so. But some a little bit less, like the 85 one will be a little bit less. Especially if we do Phoenicia PvP for it. That one I've kind of just been slowly getting up over time just because it's the last red hero class storm that I have left. That's really good, obviously, with Phoenicia builds for the quick kill. The one-shot quick kill. Oh, wait, do I not have Blue Storm on? I think I have Blue Storm active, do I not? I need to go set it. Though if it's over top of souls, I think I'd rather have the extra free soul or 2. Do I have a Skullstorm active? I think I have Doom Skullstorm active. Yeah, let me get a double check. Because Blue Storm would be helpful, but it's over top of souls. I'd rather keep the souls. Let's see. Extra life? Sure, why not? Freeze when something dies. How about cleanse? I actually have freeze, I guess. But that might slow it down. Gain 1 soul. Yeah, I have Icy Storm on. Oh, I also have Doomstorm on, though. Fail. I have both. There we go. Okay. I had both on. For whatever reason, it was prioritizing my higher up one, though. Or, no. It was doing the lower one. Never mind. The Doom Skull was below the other one. Because that's like I say. It should take the lowest one. But yeah, it was. The Doom Skull was slower than the blue. But now I have it set to Blue Storm. And whenever we don't have Blue Storm, we'll have Green Storm off the enemy. Yeah, I had both on. And because the Doom Storm was lower, it did the Doom Storm instead. Yeah, it kind of looked like we had both on because it was triggering like 2 different colors there. Sometimes 3, obviously, if it switched to green. It would go from blue to Doom Skull to green. Yeah, it's either going to be blue or green, both of which are fully beneficial to us. And we still get the free soul per turn. It's not much, but it adds up. Because we're getting like 7 souls for that, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, sorry, 14. Which is a pretty small amount, 14 souls, but it adds up over time. We got a gnome. Can we expect a Dan? We'll have it out tomorrow. There's very little to go over next week. Like, very, very little. There's a possibility it could be up by 6 a.m. There's a very, very small amount we have to go over. Ugh. After Titan, it depends what direction you want to go in. I'd probably say get a good stealthy hero class. Something like Thief or Orb Weaver. And then after that, probably Frost Mage. Monk is good, but it's too similar to Titan to justify going for right after Titan. Like, you would eventually go for it, but immediately after Titan's probably not the best idea. Because they're both almost the same role. You'd want to try getting different roles. Like, you want to... Like, the first 3 hero classes you should always get, for the most part, is in order of Titan, a good Stealthy, then Frost Mage. Because Frost Mage can function without needing its perks, but gets better with its perks. Whereas the other ones kind of require their perks to be good. Because a stealthy hero class needs stealthy to be good. A tank hero class needs that barrier on brown to be good. Frost Mage is good as soon as it hits instantly. Like, all you have to do is trade it, and you can theoretically use it, but it gets better once you level it. So I would say that's probably priority order as far as hero classes. Titan first, then a stealthy hero class, with the best 2 currently being pretty much Thief or Orb Weaver. Orb Weaver almost feels like it has more applicable purposes, even though it's not as quick. And then Frost Mage, I would say, is the order for the first 3. Because that covers pretty much all your bases as far as hero classes. Obviously, there's hero classes that do a few other specific roles other than that. But it covers your main 3 roles, which are tanking and not dying, a stealthy that can dodge things, so it can't be targeted directly, and a hero class that is good for freeze. Those are the 3 most important hero class types. Yeah, Sentinel is one of the better banishes. Oddly enough, Warden, with some of the team synergies it's been getting recently, is also pretty decent. Surprisingly, even though at one point I would have said it's the absolute worst hero class in the game, having something like Warden. But over time, Warden has increasingly gotten better. Not because Warden has gotten any better in any way. It's still a pretty bad hero class, but the synergies that it gets used with have developed to be actually pretty decent, surprisingly. Monk is really good. The biggest issue with Monk is it only works for slower battles. And yes, Guild War battles are normally slower battles. Monk is really bad if you're looking for a quick kill. At least compared to other similar things. But if the battle's going longer than, like, 30 turns, or even 20 plus turns, like, if the battle's going for a few minutes or longer, Monk is probably the best option. But he's only really good for longer battles, not shorter battles. Otherwise, you don't really get to utilize the full value of him constantly gaining 3 mana. Otherwise, you'd get more value from a half mana start. Hey, Stone Arcane Storms class. That'd be a bit broken. I'm not sure where everything falls, but wouldn't that be able to have Barrier on Brown, 20% spell reduction, Explosion per extra turn, every immunity in the game, pretty much, nearly. And, gosh, yeah, that'd be very broken. Yeah, there's a few really hilarious combinations that could happen. Currently, no hero class has a perfect 3 trees. There's quite a few that have a perfect 2, but none that have a perfect 3. Yeah, it nearly is Titan, with the exception of Arcane. But Arcane's biggest thing is the 50% mana start. Though you wouldn't have the spell reduction, though. That's why Titan's the best hero class in the game. It has 2 perfect trees and 1 tree that's not perfect, but it's okay. The most useful thing on his other tree is Enrage. But normally the explosion is better value. Only if you're specifically using skulls or need a really specific reason to have Enrage, like hitting through skull reduction. For example, Enrage is better on Titan in invasions. If you're using Titan for invasions, it's actually better to use it with Enrage than it is to use it with what's it called? Than with Explosion. And the main reason for this is, for one, you're likely not going to be using all 6 colors. And any time that you're not, any explosion is less value. But the other main reason is because of the 75% reduction troop. You need to be able to hit through that. And the easiest way to hit through that is Enrage. Also, can we get at least 1 Valky to stream? Still want to try hitting 10, but can we at least get 1? Gosh. Yeah, an elemental hero class will be very broken. If we get something that has storms, what is it? Storm, stone, and something else as elemental hero class, it'll probably be the most broken hero class in the game. Which is pretty much Titan, but better. But yeah, we really need an elemental hero class. Even if we just got an elemental hero class and it had horrifically bad trees and horrifically bad traits, it might actually still be viable just because of how good elementals are in the current state of the game. They could give it the worst 3 trees in the game and no good traits, and it would actually still be viable just for the fact that it's elemental. However, it's guaranteed to get at least 1 good tree, because if they were ever add a elemental hero class, it would have to have Storm Tree, because they always make sure that the tree related to an element is given to a class, and Storm has the elemental bonus thing on his final trait, so they would 100% give it Storm, which means it would guarantee get at least 1 good tree, in combination with being an elemental, which that alone would already make it good, regardless of what his other 2 trees are, and regardless of what 3 traits it gets. But unfortunately, we don't have it. But it would arguably be the strongest hero class in the game, or at least definitely top 3 or top 5, if we were to ever get one. Or if one of the other ones would be changed into it. We could have a hero class going from being near useless to among one of the best, if they were to make that change on it randomly. I wonder if they would do something like that with the Dervish hero class or something. Don't we have 2 human classes? Yeah, we do. Dervish and Plague Lord are both human. If they made something like Dervish Elemental, that hero class, which is among one of the weaker ones in the entire game, would probably become top 3. It would have the highest dodge in the game, while also having the, and I do mean the absolute highest dodge. Nothing in the game actually has higher dodge than Dervish, assuming you set both the dodges on him. It's like a 40-something% chance, and the highest other troop is a 40% chance. So it actually has a higher dodge than anything in the game, surprisingly, even though it's very rarely utilized for that. Dervish isn't horrible, but it's very situational. It's really good against skull spam teams if you want to just go based on luck. It's a really good skull spam counter if you don't mind dealing with a luck factor. But yeah, it does have the benefit of highest dodging game. That's like the biggest reason you'd ever use Dervish. It's a 40-something% chance is what the math comes out to on it. It's a 20% and a 30% chance. However, that's not 50%. It comes out to 40-something. No troop has a higher dodge. Skull dodge. I use this weapon a lot. Like right now we're using the weapon from Dervish hero class. This is the weapon you get from 250 wins on Dervish. You're eating all my Volkies. Stop eating my Volkies. I need some. Wait, is War... Oh, never mind. War Priest is the other human. My bad. The other useless hero class. My bad. The other one is Monster. I forgot. My bad. Dervish is Monster. War Priest is human. And Plague Lord is human. How does the 30%... Yeah, it's 2 separate chances. You have a 30% roll, and then you have a 20% roll. Or vice versa. I honestly have no clue which one triggers first. But they both roll independently of each other. So when someone hits you with a skull, you'll have a 30% chance to dodge, and you'll have a 20% chance to dodge. They both roll at the same instance, but independently of each other. You don't just get 150%. It's 2 separate rolls, as a 30 and a 20. Is Archer good? Archer was the best hero class before we got perks. After perks, it's a little bit above average. It has the highest instant kill on skull of any hero class in the game. And has an overall average kit. It's very situational. I personally find Assassin to be better than it if you're going to bother using a hero class like it. But it's mostly used when you randomly want to get a kill on someone. It's particularly good in something like Guild Wars on your defend team, when someone might not be expecting you to randomly put an archer. And if you can get a good bit of skull value, even if they have skull reduction or protection, you just instant kill through them and just kill them out. One big reason why Archer is not used, though, is there's an interaction with how Archer's damage works, which is exclusive, I believe, these days, only to Archer, oddly enough. But his damage actually technically isn't lethal damage in the sense that other troops have lethal damage. He has infinite damage rather than lethal damage. And the biggest issue with this on Archer is if he hits an instant kill skull onto something that has any amount of reflect, even if it's only 25% reflect, Archer will die instantly, unless you have barrier. But if you don't have barrier on and you instant kill something that has any amount of skull reflect, or even the reflect mechanic on it, you will die from your own instant kill. It will die too, but so will you. So you do have to be really, really careful with that. It's one of the reasons why Archer tends to not be as good. Assassin does not have that problem. Assassin has an instant kill too, but the way it's done is more like how every other instant kill is. For whatever reason, Archer's instant kill basically applies its damage to the skull hit rather than to as an actual instant kill mechanic, which is really weird because it does have the terminology on it as if it does do instant kill. But that's not exactly how it interacts. It's the only instant kill I believe in the game that where you can kill someone and you'll die back because of it. Or, you know, like they'll instantly kill you back if they have reflect. I don't believe any other instant kill works that way, but Archer's does. It's one of the reasons why Archer's a bit weaker. And why he's not used for literally every battle, because there's some really hard counters to him because of that mechanic. Yeah, I wish Reflect tanks were more of a thing in Gems of War. They did it really, really well in Puzzle Quest. Reflect tank was actually an entire build, like a playthrough build that you could do in Puzzle Quest. I feel like it's very rarely utilized in Gems of War, though. And the main reason for that is the reflection amounts aren't enough. Every single troop that has 25% reflect needs at least 50%. And Gloomleaf, which currently has 50%, needs at least 100% reflect. Even then, reflect wouldn't even be like excessively good. But every reflect that currently exists needs to be at least double. Possibly even the single-use one. It might need to be increased to do 2 times reflect rather than the 1 times reflect it does now. But that might make it a little bit too strong. But the other 2 definitely need to be raised. The 25% to 50% and the 50% to 100%. Yeah, Yagway gains a bunch of life while also having 25% skull reflect. And of course that skull reflect can kill. It's rare that he'll specifically get a kill from it, but he does get it. It is possible. It's moments like this which I get really disappointed on farming vault events. We've been going for, gosh, how long has it been now? We've been going for an hour and a half and we still have 0 Volkies. Give me your Volkies. Give me your Volkies. I don't need diamonds. Oh, you just got a Volky. Nice. I wish I knew what that looked like. And your turn. There you go. Gotta be careful. Goblins can get a bit of value. Oh gosh, we just got 3 minor browns. 2 from the gnome and 1 from the battle. What a fail. And a pet gnome straight after, nice. I'm not doing any farming that could actually even give us a pet gnome right now. I don't know, maybe we'll do a little bit of PvP. I'd rather just do the quick kill off explore though. Get a few more gnomes even though you don't get pet gnome chance. If next gnome has a Volky, do we get a second code tonight? I'm not sure. Not sure if we'll be able to find another Volky. Aw. We had an extra turn right there that it got rid of on me. What are you doing, game? Also, speaking of what you're doing, did the stream just die again? The mini death. You're still at 1 from grinding all weekend? Gosh. That's what I hate about gnome events sometimes. The inconsistency of how many you get is really high. I almost wish they would make it a little bit more like how Explorer is now, with getting arcanes, where you get like a guarantee amount of them, but you can still get lucky and get more. But at least get some kind of like guarantee minimum amount for the time you put in, which was a really nice change to arcanes. I wish Volkies interacted the same way. Yeah, Mirrored Queen gives Reflect every single time you get a extra turn thingy on it. However, Reflect, like many other things, can be disabled pretty easily just by casting the spell. And there's some that the spell is easy as doing an extra turn of 4 times the spell, such as Warden Hero Class, Sentinel Hero Class, stuff like that. Those are like the main 2 I feel like use the spell these days. Particularly Sentinel. Sentinel is probably the strongest hero class that uses this spell, because it's 40% score reduction, has barrier on Brown, has barrier at start of battle, and it has Dispel. It's a really nice combination of things. Honestly, if Sentinel had half mana start, it'd probably be the second strongest hero class in the game. The main thing that makes it a little bit lower is the fact that it's a little bit slow to use, but it's really safe to use. Hello, RapPF. Welcome. Yeah, Sentinel's a really nice hero class. The reason you normally don't see me using it is it's a really safe option, but it's a relatively slow option. But it has a lot of safety strategies. Start with Barrier. Barrier allies, 40% score reduction. Barrier every brown. And you get to dispel the enemy of any of their good effects. So you got a lot going for you at once. And yes, all that can be set at once too, if I'm not mistaken. It just gets that much value. But because it's missing 50% mana start, and doesn't really have anything too offensive, it tends to be towards the slower side, even though it's really safe. But it gets a lot of good stuff. Had a lot of potential to be the absolute best, but not quite. But he gets $3 stats in first slot. He gets 40% score reduction. Has 25% chance to barrier a random ally, though they can target things that already have it. You can get either 5 attack or stunning enemies whenever they hit you with skulls. Normally you'd go with a stun. You can also alternatively get 2 extra armor for browns. All 3 of those theoretically work. Here, all 3 of these are useless, but most of the 5s on most classes are useless. They're just extra things, and you're normally not going to use that. Get barrier at start of battle. You can then get either bonus EXP or 20% extra skull damage. You can then get barrier when matching browns. I currently have it to this because I was using it for Guild Wars. Barrier whenever an ally dies. And then you can go for Dispel. And then you can go for all the immunities. Oh wait, you don't get to start with barrier, do you? Never mind. Oh yeah, no, you do. Never mind. I was right. So you get to start with barrier. You get to barrier on brown or barrier allies on death, though generally you go barrier on brown, especially if you're using it first slot. You get to dispel. You have a bunch of immunities. You have 40% score reduction, and you have a chance to barrier your allies. So yeah, it has a lot of things to not die with. Like a lot of things. Tankiest hero class in the game. Easily. But it doesn't have much things that actually make it win quick. It's just really good at not dying. And helping your team not die. But for battles that go like this, it serves like no purpose because it's really slow. Yeah, Dragon Guard's one of those other interesting 40% score reductions. Biggest thing holding Dragon Guard back is there's no troop in the game with 50% mana start for dragons. If that existed, Dragon Guard would be really good. What is this loading screen? Come on now. I've been doing pretty good at really quick loading screens this week. Until this. Gosh, really long loading screen. I just realized that's 2 different loading bars. Load already. Load. Wow, why did that take so long? Ah, there we go. So what Doomsayer are we at right now? We're at 89, approaching 90. We're getting there. It waits for answering your question. Let's see. No, Sentinel has Rock Solid. Unless you're referring to Dragon Guard. Yes, because I believe Dragon Guard has Guard Tree. So yes, it might actually be the second tankiest class that does not have specifically Rock Guard, or the Rock Tree. The other, obviously enough, is Dervish. Dervish with the really high skull dodge is arguably one of the tankiest hero classes in the game. without if you're not counting the rock solid ones, the ones that can bury every brown. Is the world event without max again? What do you mean? I got it maxed. We claimed it at the beginning of the stream. The reward for it. Oh, does it have max level or does it cap? I believe it keeps going up. I believe it just keeps going up and up and up, based on how we've seen from past events. I haven't tested it recently, but from what we've seen from a couple of the other ones, it can go up to like forever. It doesn't stop. It probably eventually stops, but I don't think anyone has actually reached a point in which it stopped. So yes, it could theoretically just keep going on forever. Three event keys. Hey, good. We got full out mana right at the start. That's what we love to see. Anything good in the chest? Probably not. Nope. And maybe it'll help you summon some gnomes. I hope so. And I hope it can help us summon some Volkies. We're about to be 2 hours in with 0 Volkies. I'm not sure how much we're going to go on for. But I want to try for at least 1 Volky, but... oh no, it's just so discouraging going so long without one. At this rate, we'll have level 100 Doomsayer before we have a vault. Obviously, we're not streaming that long though. At most, we'll get like 90. Yeah, I've been definitely below average on drop rate. We're 4 total. And while I haven't been putting in like an excessive amount of hours, that's over the course of about 8 hours total. Only 4. Which might be a little bit longer than that. Where's Isabel? Probably playing Animal Crossing. Actually, I could go double check. I haven't started playing Animal Crossing at all yet today. But, I can actually check real quick to see if she is. Because I have her added. So I can spy on her. Let me see. Is she playing Animal Crossing? All I have to do is check my friends list. Hold up, give me a second. Is she playing Animal Crossing? She is not. She was 14 minutes ago. So she was at some point during this stream. Well, she was playing something 14 minutes ago. I assume it was Animal Crossing. So the answer is yes. Not a clue what she's doing now, though. Well, she's doing something. That's pretty funny. A stalker. I, Yeah, when the vault key drop table was initially came out, you were able to get like hundreds of gems while also getting like multiple vault keys per hour. And this was when it wasn't a vault event. You were able to get a couple vault keys per hour and like 100 physical gems per hour. But it was nerfed within like a few hours. But yeah, it was actually such a high drop rate that vault event right now is less of a excuse me, is less drops than how it was upon release. That is how strong it was when it was first released for the first few hours, and then it was nerfed. It was about 2 to 3 vault keys and about 100 physical gems per hour upon release, among several other resources. Though a lot of other gnomes didn't exist at the time. At the time, we only had, I believe, 2 gnomes, pet gnome and a normal gnome. Or maybe one other one, I don't remember. Yeah, there was a glitch that happened for a couple hours one morning where it was possible to get tens of thousands of gem value for free just by opening gold keys when the Guardians were in it, when the new Guardians came out. The next batch of them. It had an effective gem saving of around 20 to 30,000 gems that you would have saved in value. How many people got to utilize it, we have no clue. But they didn't do any rollback for it. It's probably the most gems that have ever leaked into the economy for free that never had a rollback. It was anywhere from 10 to 30,000 per person that used it or opened their keys then. They didn't actually get that many gems. It was just that much gems and savings. If anyone has any other questions, do let me know. Because I think at this point, once we hit level 90, I think we might start wrapping up. Apparently with no vault keys. I want a vault key so bad. We could be here for another couple hours at this bad luck rate. Hey, you got 2 now. Gotta get those lucky charms. Don't give up. I don't know, it might go until we get 1 vault key. Could take literal hours though. If we could even find gnomes, come on now. Come out, gnomes, we know you're in there. But today was, this weekend in general was really bad luck for me. For Vault Weekend. Not the worst luck we've ever had, but pretty low. Come on, click. There we go. He selects turn and dead. How far are we from a level anyways? Yeah, 21 more battles. Oh no, I think we might just stop at 90 to be honest. For now. I just hope we get a Volkey within then. But we're almost 2 hours in with no Volkey. The gnomes hate us this week. This helps you getting a lot of Volkeys? What? Oh, that's funny, a Rickroll. Though it didn't work because an ad played. So joke's on you. We got ad blocked from your Rickroll. Rickroll in 2020. You avoid Vault Event like the plague? Why is that? You can get so much loot during it. I don't like overly play it, but I definitely try to get in at least several hours. Some people try getting in like 30 plus hours. I don't that overcommit to it though. Though we have sometimes in the past. You hate grinding anymore. Oh, you do reach a eventual point where you don't really even need to grind that much anymore. Like, we're theoretically there, but my gems are a little bit lower, so I kind of do want to a little bit. Because we need to for content, if nothing else, into the future. Just to make sure we have enough resources on hand. Gotta make sure you have enough for the guild on Monday, yeah, of course. Actually, how much gold do we have right now, by the way? Yeah, it was really overpowered how much damage we had for the event. Well, we're starting to slowly repair that. I was gonna go down to 1.5 million by Monday, because I'm donating at least 1.5 million. Yeah, they used to add lore like that every single week in the past. But now they just add it through the World Lore event. Like about a year and a half, 2 years ago, they used to do stuff like that every week. And it would just be on the forum. But now it's actually in the game itself. Which is pretty cool. Come on, Volkey, please. Just drop us one. Volkey, go. Boom, Volkey. Oh, we did it. We did it. We did it. We did it. We'll hand out a redeem code for that. Why not? Why not? Okay, I think we're done. Well, let me go get that hero class level still. Objective complete. We actually got a Volkey. Half as many as I would have wanted this weekend. But honestly, with how bad our luck has been, I'll take it. There we go. 5 Volkeys. Okay, let's go get the level now in Doomsayer. We'll hand out a code as soon as we get the level. Which we're pretty much on top of. Could you imagine if we back-to-back Volkey? I should have just taken the thing. Back-to-back Volkey go. You know you want to. Oh! The double Volkey! You know you want a triple. Give us our first triple. Go. Come on, we need a gnome and we need a Volkey. Ah, no gnome. We ruined the triple. I've gotten double a lot of times. I've never gotten triple. Look at that. See? It only takes that lucky, like, 5 minutes and you get, like, infinite Volkeys. Nice. Oh, that's a way to end. Good way to end out the Vault event. Being showered with Volkeys. Now I almost want to keep going until we get another gnome just to see if it's going to be a Volkey. 3 gnomes in a row. Not 3 battles in a row, but still pretty nice if we got it 3 gnomes in a row. Man, that's absurdly lucky. I've gotten that several times before. I've never gotten triple Volkey in a row, though. As in, do a battle, get a Volkey, do a battle, get a Volkey, and do a battle, get a Volkey. I've done what we just did, where we do a battle, get a Volkey, and then do a battle and get a Volkey. But I've never had 3 in a row, only 2. Hey, there's our level. I want to find one more gnome to see if it's Volkey. Before we do, let's go hand out the code. I said I'd hand out another one. And then we'll go until we find another gnome, and then we'll probably just end there. Let's see if we get that triple Volkey. And let me go get a code. While that loads. Copy. Put that right in there. Put that in there. Put that over there, 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 copy, paste, wrong one. That's the video. Actually, how did the video do? Gasp, who disliked? Actually, we got triple dislike. Probably because it's so late in the week. No worries, next one will be up normal time. Let's see, we'll throw that down for now. There's the code. Oh yeah, I didn't double post it. I don't know why I double post it, I just like double posting it. Oh, there we go. I guess it makes it stand out a little bit more in chat. Yeah, I'll keep going until we see the next gnome. I just want to see if we get triple Volkey. It's not triple battle Volkeys, but it might be triple gnome Volkeys. $54 attempts with 1 Nisha? Ouch. But it is a 0.05% chance. Or sorry, it is a 0.5. Never mind. 0.05 would be way lower. Actually, never mind. It is 0.05, isn't it? Let's see, we'll throw that down for now. I know there's a full chart of all the percent drops per level it's at. Oh, what level should you get the challenges to? Well, ideally complete out all of them. They're pretty bad value, though, later in the game. Oh, okay, is this Volkey? This was the gnome I was looking for. Or a gnome. Come on, triple Volky in a row. Nah, he broke it. Okay, we just got our back-to-back Volkies earlier. Okay, I think that's going to end it for now. Let's just do this last little battle here since we get a little thingy from it. And that'll wrap it up for now. So does anyone else have any other questions? Let me know. But as far as challenges have pretty bad loot later in the game. There's technically no need to do it later in the game. But, I don't know, if you want to do them for their little bit of loots, you can. You can kind of almost ignore them, though, for the most part. Okay, what do we get from the chest? Just a single guard. Nothing too special. Oh, there we go, and here's the redeem code that we just handed out, of course. 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, 2,500 gold. Let's go use all that. Redeem code goes into the redeem code section that's posted in chat. Invite codes in bottom left of settings. All the same, everything. How many vault keys? 6 total. And we got 2 back-to-back, and that was the only 2 that we got this entire stream. Though luckily we got it, otherwise we would have been at 0. So a good thing we held out for them. So it's not exactly the 10 I wanted, but we should be at 196 total. We still need another 4 before we hit 200. But after 200, I think we're going to start using all of our vault keys that we ever get. So in about another week or 2, well, 2 weeks probably, we will probably start using every vault key once we have it. So that'll be fun just to see what kind of loot we end up getting in vault keys. See if we can get some good luck here and there. If the next one is vault key, he has to sing Rickroll. Oh no, I already read that. My likes were not working. 24 likes and 0 dislikes for you. I'm not sure why it's not working. Maybe if you click refresh. Sometimes YouTube glitches out. Do you think it's worth trying to level troops with souls, just randomly? Or should you save your souls for troops that you plan on using? Generally, when you're testing troops, you should level them to about 10 to kind of get a good feeling for them. And then if you feel like you're going to be keeping them in your team, start leveling them more. Leveling them randomly isn't necessarily too bad a thing, though, because you will eventually require them for kingdom upgrading once you start reaching that point. However, initially, when you're really low on souls and you're first starting out, the main thing that you want to be using your souls on is troops that you're actually going to be using. So get them to about level 10 just to test them, and then if you really like them and feel like they're going to work, then fully level them as far as they can really go. But don't do that prior, otherwise you might waste souls on troops that you're pretty much never going to use again. And while you do start doing that pretty early when you start trying to go for kingdom upgrades, when you're really first starting out, when you have like under 10,000 souls and constantly have under 10,000 souls, you pretty much only want to be putting them into things that you're really going to be dedicating to teams, so you can start getting some level teams, so you're not under-leveled and understated compared to everything else around you. It ends up helping out a lot. But yeah, that's generally how you go about using souls. Dustin, any other questions, anyone? Let me know if I missed anything, because that was one of them that I missed. Any other ones? Any other ones? How many vault keys total? 6. 2 this stream. Both back-to-back. Any other questions, anyone? Let me know. Otherwise, we'll be back tomorrow. Same time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 2.5 hours prior to now tomorrow. We'll be messing around with the Doom event. We have Blue Doom. We'll hopefully have a video up in a really timely manner this time around. And we'll go from there because there's really little to go over this week compared to mostly past events. So should be a pretty easy video to cover compared to most of them, since there's just so little to go over. So yeah, we'll go over that and go from there. Because we don't have any new content really coming in tomorrow. Or throughout the week. Tomorrow's the only stuff where we're getting anything new. We're getting a new troop, and we're getting a new weapon. But aside from that, the rest of the week we're getting nothing. Tuesday's the same delve. Wednesday's the same pet that already exists. Thursday's the same class that already exists. Fridays there's literally no event. And Saturday is a new pet. Or not a new pet, but an old pet, but a pet that most people don't have. Is the 2018 Independence Day pet. But anyways, guys, I will catch you guys later. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your week. I will see you guys soon. Stay safe out there, and thank you so much for stopping by as always. It's greatly appreciated. And yeah, we'll be back 2.5 hours prior to now tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as we do every single night. Goodbye, everyone, and thanks for watching.